Good morning. Let's see here. As we listen to some more classical on the way in. Wow. It's a beautiful sunny day in the springtime in Pacific Northwest. And let's just talk about good and evil. These are the things that we have to deal with in life, okay? And I'm just going to touch on what I believe, where my head's at with all this. And it does come down onto some biblical principle, and only because it spells it out. And maybe it's me, but it spells it out. And you can look at time. You could look at history like long before Christ's time. And humans were struggling with this and that and territories and everything. And they were never really as introspective. Maybe as we are now. But, when it comes down to it, there is that good and evil push, and we are prone. I hear a person sit there and say they just don't understand how a person. I'll say it this way, like a person that is gay trying to search, or homosexual trying to search for answers on the spiritual level, asking the question, did God made them this way? And then you have those that are practicing church and practicing their faith and religion, turn around and say, say something contrary to that, but they need to look at themselves as well, because let's say they got an alcoholic. Okay? Were we made this way? No. And anybody who's struggling or trying to, don't struggling in the faith, but actually asking questions in the faith, you should know this. It is kind of simple. We are made of free will. Evil was introduced, so therefore everything falls under that category. Okay? Everything falls under that category that, is contrary. We're just one step level below angels. And we're prone to fault. We're prone to be infallible. Okay? Do I believe in my heart of hearts that? Yeah, I do. That because we keep on bringing up the spiritual level in things, and even in science it's starting to bring up, or has been bringing up, this spiritual level. Okay, do I think it's within the same timeline as what you may see in Scripture, the Bible, or no, not necessarily. Once again, we like to think of things in linear. We are human. We are simplistic that way in our minds. Okay? And because of that, we have a tendency to think of things in a linear sense. Well, Jesus even spoke on that and said, you don't know. You can't fathom what's beyond our realm. You can't fathom the dimension. That's the dimensions or dimension within our own realm, let alone that which stands outside of it. paraphrasing, of course, but, what it comes down to is we do have that choice. And it's playing out in vivid colors right now. When you can have a person who is, or people that are doing very blatantly against the law, or pushing very blatantly against the law, and yet they say that they're not doing any wrong, and people believe them. And I'm looking and going, what? Really? It's like a person killing a person, stabbing a person, and looking up and going, no, I'm not doing this. Clearly, we haven't wrapped ourselves around absolute truths, understanding that kind of perspective. Do I think it's in the spiritual level? You bet. But maybe not in the same realm, not in the same dynamic as we all think. There, that's what I wanted to say. Just a simple talk on good and evil. Hate nothing but love. Nothing but love. Enjoy the day. Enjoy the sun.